Hotep Senuena Senut Itiren Ishakanuku Kemet. I hope you're doing well. Let's continue going through the artifacts coming straight from Kemet, straight out of Kemet. You have some people who claim to be Kemetic, and it's been years they've claimed to be Kemetic, and you have never seen them saying one sentence in Medu nTr or reading a single glyph. It's quite amusing. So, I forgot if I went through this artifact actually. Let me go through the last video. I think I did. Okay. Give me a few seconds. Yeah, I went through it. So let's go to the next one. I did not even check the sound. Oh. So let's go to the next one. Okay, loud and clear. That's good. Where's his name? I remember reading his name. There it is. Here we have Hagi, and the description said that this is the stela of Hagi, end of the 6th dynasty around 2200 BC. Okay. I don't even know how I did that. It looks like Inechechet and Semer, and then probably the suffix pronoun. Emir, Hemnecher, Semer, probably Semer I, Nebnet M, Newt, and Hertep N, Jet, and Semer. Maybe Watia. Now we don't see the other relief here because you can tell here the artifact went through something that has damaged it even all the way there. But this is peppy. We can kind of see a little bit of the relief, but you have the 2 stools and the 2 report of water, and the 2 relief. So that spells peppy. So that's back in the days. It's really old school. Hey, our brother here, Blaya, what's up? I hope you're doing well. Staying up late. Now, feel free to participate in the chat, brothers and sisters, because usually when it comes to the what's the name, the panel, most people are shy. They don't want to show their face. So here we have Semer Watia. Nen Ir M. Is it Sa here? The side glyph. Now here's damage. Cannot tell. In Henu. Her Hem N. Then we have a name. N Jet. Okay. That's a close-up. So what I read is a stela of Hekenu and his wife, 6th dynasty, between 2350 and 2200 BC. So this is well over 4,000 years old. It's weekend, that's why, yeah. Now, quite rare to have Medu nTr on wood. We have Medi here, and then most likely Inpu. Here we can see part of the sesh glyph. We have the palette of the scribe. And that's the artifact right there. Some relatives of the deceased Kaher Setef around 2350 BC. And it's coming from a tomb of Saqqara. And here you have a lot more. I was just thinking about the shape, like, you know, and trying to get metaphysical, but, you know, if there was something on the top here, it would have looked like a body, really. Legs, trunk, or stomach, torso, arms. Now, quite is not too well, but we have Hotep Dinesu. Renti. And it looks like Iker. I might not try to. It looked like Kareset F, but maybe I shouldn't try to read that because we don't see it too clearly. And at the bottom, would it be better? Not very easy to read, so I'll pass on this one. That's what it looks like on the side. Fourth door of Nefer Kuhu, who was an inspector of the scribes around 2430 BC from Saqqara. Some more statues made of wood. And here you can clearly see the color fading away, both on the male and the female, who by the position is most likely his wife. As for the writing, I will read that as Sehej Hara, Sesh Herka, or actually, no, I think it's Hara Herka. Sehej Sesh Hara Herka. And here it doesn't show too well, but here we have the N41 or N42 glyph, the biliteral and the loaf of bread. So we have Kemet here. You see? We have the sedge here. I'm not sure here above the loaf of bread, but here we have Mer, and then we have S Ankh, Meres Ankh. He is inspector of the scribes, Raherka, and his wife Merse Ankh, around 2350 BC. Oh, my brother, hold on. I know him, so he hasn't shown his face, but I know him personally. What's that, brother? Oh, okay. Maybe he doesn't know he's on the panel. But
Hello, hello.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can hear you now, yeah.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Because I
You're on the air, though. We can hear you.
How does it work? Okay. Or maybe here. Yeah, hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you
Okay.
doing?
Okay, how you doing?
I'm chilling, brother. Thanks
Sorry for the
calling in.
webcam. I was trying to put on the webcam, but it's an old webcam, so it seems like it doesn't work. But since you know me, it should be fine.
Yeah, I told them. I know you personally. Next
Yeah,
time, maybe
so
you get it to work.
yeah, I'm gonna, because I was thinking about buying a new webcam anyway. But so, how you doing?
Oh, I'm chilling, going through the Medu, and
Yeah, I've seen. But the good thing is, because myself, when I have spare time, I'm learning the Medu. So,
mhm.
like, when I'm looking at you, like, when I'm watching you reading the Medu, well, I'm like, yeah, it gives you more motivation to learn.
Yeah, and I hope it will motivate more people
Yeah,
because it's quite essential. It's quite central in learning the culture of Kemet. But
of course.
unfortunately, most of our people are not really dealing with it. So
Yeah, I mean, you know how it is. Like, to me, let's be real, because we talk real. Uh, some people are just like, some people rather watching and listening to some some people from the internet or whatever, giving them the teaching than themselves learning. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Like, because for example, even when you read in the Medu, myself, I wanna learn it. Like, make sure that what you are saying it is right. You know what I'm saying? Because
mm,
maybe you're reading this, but can I just trust you? I mean, because I know you, I trust you, obviously. But
I know what you
some
mean. Yeah,
some people, some people, they pretending to be professors or whatever, and they're telling you that, oh, this is Allah,
yeah,
and you know what I'm saying. If you don't know yourself, sometimes like you can be misleading. So
yes.
I mean, it's also good for yourself to learn.
Mm.
So
Yeah, you can know somebody, you can trust somebody, but it doesn't mean that you have to take that person's word for it.
you know what I'm saying. Like, even you know when brother Reggie was reading the Medu, and I was like, yeah, myself, because I have some book and stuff. I'm, looking at you. Okay, yeah, this is
Which
right.
which book do you have, if you don't mind saying?
Um, I have the one that you are showing on the
Oh,
regular.
Being Manley, the red
Uh,
cover.
no, the
How's this
Claude
for people?
Upsummer,
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, okay,
because this is one
y-
that you show on
yeah,
your lessons, I think.
yes. Do you have the
And
French version or the English
yeah,
version?
the French, to be honest, the
Okay,
French version, because
okay.
like I can speak English and read, but
Mm.
it's easier,
Easier in
it's
French.
easier for me, because French is
Mm.
obviously our tongue language, but because
Mm.
you
Mother
practice
tongue.
English more than I,
Yes.
so to me it's easier. But yeah, I have the French version, and
Mm-hmm.
I have also the what's it called again? Let me hold on, because I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell you right now. You know the one that have the on the cover it's saying Sarah. Uh,
Oh, okay. The big one,
I don't know
by
the English
y-
version. No?
yeah, the by Grandet and what's the other guy's name again? Mathieu.
Much.
Grandet and what's the other guy's name?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh fuck!
Uh,
I'm gonna tell you right now. It's Pierre
his name.
Grandet et Bernard Mathieu.
Yes, Mathieu. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's a heavy one. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got it myself, but I haven't started reading yet. But I quoted from him. I don't know if you had a chance to see
Yeah.
in my video what does Kemet mean,
Mhm.
and I show that they actually, what's interesting?
Mhm.
They quote something that's quoted on another book in English,
Mhm.
and they quote a part that says that Seth transformed himself into a black pig to go against him. Now, when they say against him, it has to be against Horus, but they just have the
Okay.
sentence. And the word for transform is keper, and you probably seen keper, which
Yeah.
means
Yeah.
mainly to manifest, to become. So that's the word for transform.
Yeah.
And for black pig, you have the word for pig, and then for black, you have kem.
Chem. Uh huh.
So
Yeah.
you have a translation of Kem. Once
Yeah.
again, that stands for black because we have some people who try to
Uh,
say it doesn't mean black.
yeah.
But did you know? Have you ever heard about James P. Allen?
No, to be honest.
Well, James P. Allen, he has
You said James B. Allen.
a P for Patrick.
Oh, P. Okay.
Yes, James P. Allen. He's one of the. I, I don't know if I think I can say he's one of the probably one of the top Medu
Oh,
Nature.
okay.
Yeah,
I've seen
he,
because I know he has the famous book.
yes,
The Middle
Egyptian.
Egyptian, yeah, because I've
Yes,
seen
Middle
the
Egyptian.
cover, on.
Yeah, that book is very famous. A lot of people recommend that book.
Hmm.
And James P. Allen is, is quite heavy, quite respected, and he recommends that book by Grandet and Mathieu. You
Okay.
know, yeah.
But the thing is, with this book,
Hmm.
it's a like it's a big, huge book, but it is there's a lot of stuff in it. But the thing is, like they have some exercises.
Yes, and there's no corrections.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
kind of, because how can you be sure? I don't know, like
Mm.
how can
But
you be?
I understand,
But
and
it is a good
yeah,
book. It is a good book.
yeah, and I read that even before I bought it.
Hmm.
And some people have actually said, and you have the discussion on Amazon. They said that it's really for their classes because they are giving classes. They have an
Hmm.
institute, so they have their offices in Paris where they sell the books, and they're also giving the classes. And but as long as they teach you some grammar, even
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
cannot double check, as long as you can learn the grammar, it's okay. Because a lot of other books, they will have the correction, but it
yeah,
will be towards the end, and sometimes
yeah.
people will not necessarily look at the correction all the time.
True, true, true.
But yeah, I'm sorry, I
But
think their book is 800 pages long or something.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And actually, not only that, but some people might have not seen it, but it's quite large. I mean, the size.
Yeah, the size,
Yeah,
but I like it because I don't know why,
yeah,
but I like the fact that the size is big,
yeah,
and but it is a good book. But
yes.
right now, to be honest, I'm on the Claude Obsommer.
Obsoma.
What's
Yes.
the name in English of this book?
Oh, well, they just translated it to hieroglyphic Egyptian.
Okay,
Yes,
so the grammar practice. Yeah, okay, yeah,
yes.
yeah, and yeah, it is also a good book. But yeah, so but I bought the entire pack.
Oh, with the DVD?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know, but I have it. I have it as well.
Okay. Yeah. So um.
Well,
Yeah.
it's. I recommend that you go through the DVD before you go through the book.
Cause I kind of switch,
Mm,
cause I went to the DVD first, to be honest with you, cause I
that's
don't know.
good.
Uh, it is more, how does, I don't know the word in English, but
Yeah, I think it's best to go through the DVD because it's very
yeah.
well made. You get to learn a lot, and then the book. I'm not saying that the book is bad, but in our day and age, when we have the sound and
Yes.
the vision,
Yeah.
it makes it easier than just having the book. So
True.
just
True. True.
reading.
Especially with for example, the different H letter.
Yes.
For example, this is an example, and because you have four different type of H, and they have different sounds,
Uh,
and those
four
sounds we are
is that it?
not used to
Oh
it.
yes, yes, sure, yes, yes.
You have share, her, hot, like the hot. You have,
Yes,
yeah, I think, yeah, it's four of them if I'm not
yes,
mistaken,
four.
Shaka.
Yes, it is. It
Because
is. You're right.
counting the basic H, but and the three
Mm,
others, it's four.
it
So
is.
like for example, because we don't have this in French,
Mm-hmm,
so we are not used to it. So yeah, with having the sound of it,
mm-hmm.
make it like easier to catch it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
yeah, definitely. But the DVD is quite good. It's just the
Yeah.
fact that the DVD is kind of um, old. I mean by that the size for, because right now in these times our PCs computers
Yeah, they
are,
don't have the DVD drive no more now.
yeah, it's like the it's not like full HD. It's, so, but it's
Yeah.
okay for me. I mean, it's just a detail. Like it's nothing.
Oh yeah, the size. Yeah, it's a bit.
It's only this, but
Yeah,
to
yeah.
me, it's not very, because I've seen people complaining about that, and
Well, yeah, it can be a little bit annoying, but it's not the end of the
nah,
world. But yeah, it's
it's fine.
the
It's
screen. The,
fine
the
with me.
screen. Yeah, the screen is a bit small, but
Yes, but we
I
have
don't know.
to. Yeah, go ahead.
It's funny, but I don't know if you remember. There
Hmm.
was a time. That was before Facebook was really big because when Facebook got so big,
Hmm.
and now they're using Instagram, but there was a time when a movie was released, and instead of just doing a website for the movie, then they would do a Facebook page for the movie, and later
Hmm.
on they would put the Instagram as well.
Hmm.
So it saves a lot of money.
Hmm.
But before that, I remember the website. They had this. It was like a trend.
Mhm.
the writing of the website, it was so small. I don't know
Oh
if you
yeah,
remember
yeah,
the
yeah.
time.
That's
Yeah,
the what. Yeah, yeah. I
and I
remember.
think he probably made that in during that era where it
Mhm.
was like the fashionable
Yeah,
thing to do.
because the let me check the DVDs from I think DVDs like what maybe 20 years old. I don't know, but
Or maybe not 20,
not
but I
20,
wouldn't be
but at
surprised.
least 10 years.
Yeah, yeah, at least 10 years. Because I actually bought it when I came back to France, not immediately, but I returned to France in 2010.
Mhm.
So yeah, but I guess it probably
I,
has a
I
good
think it's
decade now.
2009 and something like that.
Yeah. Mm,
Not yeah. So, but no, but the DVD is good to be
mm,
yeah, and because to me, um, the DVD and the book are complementary. You know, like the
yes, complimentary.
yeah complementary. So
Even, did you see that part where they show you how to draw the glyphs?
yes, that's very
Yeah,
interesting because
yeah,
when you look at the glyph, it seems very hard
yeah.
to
To
to to
draw.
to draw. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah. So when you look at their way to do it,
Mm,
you know, and
it's quite.
because like I said, I have the exercise book,
Hmm.
so I can, with a pencil, I can exercise on the book,
Yeah,
in the square, because they have
yeah. Those invisible squares or
yes,
blocks.
but like in the exercise book, you have the blocks, like so you
Hmm.
can draw, train yourself to draw, like you have
Yes.
one, two, three different blocks, so you can train, exercise yourself doing it.
Yes.
So that's good,
Mm.
But yeah.
There was a time, I tried to come up with a title like, hieroglyphic challenge because,
Hmm.
with all those social media, there's a lot of challenge and
Yeah, yeah,
I would draw, but those videos didn't get any views, so I stopped. You have to
yeah.
adapt and see what works, you
Hmm.
know. But yeah, the meta nature is so so important. A language is always the heart of a culture,
Hmm.
and but one thing though, I had a class this morning
Hmm.
and the brother he said that he's planning on starting a YouTube channel
Hmm.
more geared towards the people who recently got to learn the knowledge.
Hmm.
And I would say I'm very happy. It's a great idea,
Yeah,
and so I can't wait for him to start his YouTube channel so I can support him and stuff like that
yeah,
because
and more
yeah.
people. Yeah, we need more people, and for
eh,
you also,
that's exactly what I told him. I told him we need more people.
more people for everybody to grow together. You know what I'm saying? Like to build a
Exactly,
community on YouTube.
exactly,
Because
exactly.
when you look at lives on any platform,
Hmm.
Instagram, TikTok, take all of them,
Hmm.
YouTube, what they do, what the YouTubers does,
Hmm.
what they do, basically, they do featurings, like
Yes.
sometimes to, bring more people, like the
Hmm.
biggest YouTubers coming together and
Hmm.
do lives. So
Yeah.
obviously, if there's more people doing lives, you know, it's gonna build a bigger community on YouTube, and it's
Yes.
gonna benefit to you and everybody.
Everybody.
So
Yes. Yeah.
having discussions, debates, you know,
Yes.
and because if it's only you alone, it's cool, but if we have more people,
Yeah.
because
We
you've
need
been
more
doing it
people.
for years, so
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, if someone else want to do it, yeah,
Hmm. Oh
it,
yeah.
it it is good, you know.
Because I tried the TikTok, and you have to reach 1,000 subscribers
Yes,
before you can
yes.
do lives. I reached the 1,000. I started doing lives, but there will be a few people. But
TikTok, it's
mm,
a special lane, like a special
yeah,
world.
yeah,
TikTok is you have everything, like
mm,
you have some people, like it is internet. So
yeah,
I mean, but yeah, TikTok it's good for building a community, like
yes,
to make your community get bigger. That's why people use TikTok. If you use TikTok and expect getting money, wrong place.
yeah,
It is the wrong place. But to maybe build a community, to me, TikTok, it would be better to use it as making videos than lives. Like making videos to show people what you are doing to bring them to YouTube. If you get what I'm
hmm,
saying, so that would be better. But TikTok, yeah, it's a different place.
Yeah. And what would you say to our brothers and sisters who might think, well, I want to learn the Medu nature, but it looks too difficult. What would you say to them?
Start. I mean, like me myself, I'm a beginner. So, but the good thing is when you learn step by step, and it becomes like a game. You
Mm,
wanna because when you get to know, like, how do you say this in English, Shaka? The unilitaire.
unilateral.
Okay. So when you just by learning this, you already can read a lot of stuff. So
Yes.
me, I took it as a game. Like, let me see if I can read some little words, and when you learn more and more, you realize that wow, I can read this and that, and it motivates you to learn more. So to me, it's not hard. I mean, they did it thousands of years ago. They
Mm,
built it. So how come us in 2022, we are like, oh no, it's so hard. Remember, as black people, we speak other people language. We speak
mhm,
English right now. You and I, in private life, we speak French. It's not our
mm,
tongue language. It's a language that they force us to learn.
mhm,
So how come we accept to, you know, learn people other, like, since you pretending to be black power and all of the stuff, you speak their language and you can learn your ancestors' language,
mhm.
you know? So that's what I would tell people to,
That's good. That's good.
you know?
Well, you know what? If you have a little bit of time,
hmm
stay with us and maybe you can tell us the signs you recognize. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure, let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So,
I'm gonna mute. No, go ahead.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Feel free. Now, um, I couldn't see any glyph. Now, if you look closely around here, the forearm, even the shoulders, you can see the color has faded away. And here on the lady's face, you can also see remnants of the initial coloring and around her arm as well. Um, even around the hair, you can kind of see the black remaining. Um, so that's 26 to 2300 BC. Now, this one here, between 25 and 2300 BC. This one is an enigma to me. When I used to do the visits, I always said the same thing. It's an enigma to me because it doesn't really have the appearance of, in terms of phenotype, because that's very old. You know, I think that's probably about 20, maybe more than 200, 2200 BC. Yeah, see, between 2600 and 2300 BC. So he is known as the seated scribe. There's no name for him. You know, and the lips, they are so thin. It's just quite amazing to me. Now, here you can clearly see that the original coloring there. There's a little bit of Medu nature, but I'll look for some artifact that has some clearer glyphs. Now, he's Ankh Ujes. Uh, he works in the palace. What's the word in English again for that the term? Clerk of the palace, and his wife Tep Tepem Neferet in front of their offering table between 2500 and 2300 BC. This one here is funny. Uh, I don't think we see the mustache very often.
Yeah, you can see it definitely.
Yeah, and here we have a little bit of coloring left, but the and the phenotype here is just funny to me. So this guy is called Keki, and majordome is a French for maid, masculine. So sixth dynasty between 2300 and 2200 BC. And now same old thing where you can see the initial coloring even around the face. Same here. So 4 statues of the same person called Sekem Ka, chief of the scribes of the fields, between 2500 and 2350. Then we have Sekem Ka, his wife Iti, and his son Kauhem. Don't think we'll be able to distinguish the glyphs here. However, this is a false door of a chapel of of a chapel of a mastaba. It's towards the end of the Old Kingdom, 6th dynasty, between 23 and 2200 BC. It was found in a cemetery west of Abu Roash. And we are told that this door was located at the end of the chapel. The deceased could communicate with the world of the living and benefit from the food and the drinks that were left on the offering table. Oh, now we can see that individual with the lotus flower, and by the looks of it, he's probably smelling the lotus flower. Now, maybe it's just damaged because when you have a nipple, it's a lady, but judging by the face, I would say that this is a male, so it's probably that this dot here, it's just a like here, just damage like here. There's a documentary on there's a documentary on YouTube saying that they will sniff the lotus plant and it will be some sort of it will get them some sort of kick or high. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but we have Spirit Hawk wrote greetings. And is it the first time you come here? I don't really recall that username, but I cannot remember all the usernames of people who come in. But if you have any questions or comments, then feel free. Now, and for those who want to get on the panel, I've shared the link in the chat. So let's look at the reference. If I took a picture of it, well, indeed, it's a lady. So it means that this part here is not damaged. This is definitely the nipple. So it's a lady breathing a flower that we call nénuphar in French. I'm not sure how you pronounce it in English. Between 23 and 2200 BC. I'm quite surprised at the top of the head, even though we don't have the full head, but hairstyle like that, I wouldn't have said a woman. We have a falcon here with the chain ring.
Sorry, do you think that they are saying it's a woman based on the breast? Can you put back the
Probably, and who knows? I mean, I don't have the full thing. Well, no, if there was a name, they would have said the name.
And do you think maybe on chest, the dress? I don't know if like we could say that it's a dress, but do you think that it is based on this? I don't know. I'm asking you.
It might be. You have the color, then this might be some sort of top for ladies, but
For
that I'm not
ladies.
sure.
Yeah.
That I'm not sure.
So yeah.
But what's for sure is that here we do have the nipple, and besides the nipple, it kind of has the shape of a breast.
Or breast.
It's
Yeah.
not big, but kind of has the shape of a breast. Because if we compare with the left side, the left side is just straighter.
Okay.
Now, this here is a name of Unas between 2300 and 2300 BC. Now maybe we'll be able to look at some glyphs here. This is around 2200 BC. And this is a box in the name of the king Mer en Ra. It probably comes from Thebes and it's made of ivory. Oh, it's funny because looking at it, I would have said that's wood, but they tell us that it's made of ivory. Now, Saint Blaya.
Yes.
This glyph here, do you recognize it?
Uh,
It's the falcon. Do you know the phonetic value for the falcon?
That's the A.
Oh no, the aleph is the vulture.
I can't see, like, or is it
Yeah.
Because I can
Uh,
see is it a U then?
yeah, no, this one is a falcon. The U is a quail chick, you know.
Okay, because
So
it.
quail chick is poussin de caille,
Mhm. Okay.
and the
And what
vulture
is this
eye
for you?
is the falcon, le
The
faucon.
falcon is
Yes,
it a um hair?
exactly. Here,
Okay,
transliterated
yeah.
with the H with
Cause
a dot.
I was like, is it? Oh, okay, yeah. Cause I can't really see. Oh, let me try.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
But
Okay.
that's one of the biggest difficulty. The birds, there's quite a few, and first
Yeah.
they kind of all look the same. Like this one here is actually the quail chick, the U. This one here, you see. So here we have hair. Now this one, everybody knows it.
Oh yeah. The U.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah. No, no, this one here. Maybe
Wait,
there's a
this is hair.
delay. Maybe there's a delay because I'm
Right
pointing
now
at the
you're
ankh.
on the ink.
Yeah, exactly, the ankh.
Okay. Unk. Yeah.
Now, that one I'm not sure what it is. Then we have the U. Now, the sedge, le jonc.
Mhm.
You know well, actually, we don't have the sedge only. We have the sedge with the loaf of bread at the bottom. Then we have the bee and the loaf of bread at the bottom. Did you come through that yet on your
I
lessons?
all I know is that has to do with um oh, I forgot because I'm not sure, but I know is
Something
oh,
to do with two different parts.
two different parts of the land of
Yes.
Kemet.
Yeah.
The
So
the
it's
the
it's it's translated as King of Upper and Lower Egypt,
yeah, that's the one.
but it's Nesut Biti.
Nesud BT. Okay.
Yes. And then here, I don't know if you've seen
So
them.
okay.
Yeah, go ahead. If you have a question, feel free.
Yeah, because the T, the first one is what?
Now, the first one is the sedge. In French, we call it the jonc,
Jean,
Gonc,
yeah.
and by itself, it's a biliteral SU, SW. But many
But with the
times,
T, okay. Su,
yes, with the
okay.
T at the bottom, and many times it's used as an abbreviation for Nesu or Nesut. You see, and
Okay.
and and here it is the Nesut, and then we have the B, and we also have. It doesn't appear clearly, but here we also have the loaf of bread, which doesn't even look the same as the first one. So the,
Mm-hmm.
the two indeed gives us Nesut BT.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then here we have the vulture on top of the nebglyph, and then we have the cobra on top of the nebglyph. So it goes together, and this is
Mm-hmm.
Nepti, the two ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Ankh again, and that sign, I don't know what that sign is, but then we have the quail chick again,
Mm-hmm.
and oh, I don't even. Well, it's funny to me because uh we have the falcon on top of the nebu glyph. So the falcon, the actual word for falcon, we have beak. We have a term like beak nebu, but the funny thing is that behind the falcon,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's quail chick, but judging from the tail, I would say no. So is it the two falcon? Is it like a dual form? I don't know. I don't recall coming across this, you know. But I have seen the falcon on top of the Nebu glyph, and he is usually read Big Nebu.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm just noticing now that it looks like this is a huge chenou or cartouche.
Yes. I was thinking, yeah,
You
it
see?
might be a cartouche.
Now, here, you know that glyph, right?
Okay, there's a delay, so can you just stop and not
Yes.
moving? Oh, the circle. Is that
Yes.
the one you showed?
Yes.
Uh, uh, is it Ra?
It is.
Okay.
This one here, the next one, do you know which one it is?
Um, let me think.
It's a
Uh,
biliteral.
Mer?
Yes, well done.
Okay, yeah.
Now, then it's very easy, but will you recognize it though? Because you know, when you have the hieroglyphic transcript or
Mm-hmm.
from the books or the DVD, it looks nice and neat. But on original artifacts, it doesn't look exactly the same. But
Yeah,
this
true.
this is a unilateral. Can you recognize it?
The one on your stop, the next to Mer,
Yes,
because it looks like an N, but it is
and it
not.
is. It
It is?
is. It
Okay.
is. And I don't know if you've seen that already, but many times on original artifacts, the N looks like a straight line. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we will have some examples.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the Ankh, and then the next three glyph is one word. Maybe you've seen that word. Have you ever seen that word before?
Because the snake
Yeah,
is
it's this
J,
this one. Exactly. And
the
then
T.
mhm.
Uh,
and then you see at the bottom it's the same glyph as Ta. I'm sure you've seen Ta before.
okay.
Have you ever seen Ta before?
No, I don't. No, I don't
Oh,
recall.
Ta, that means land. Like Tawi, you never seen Tawi, the two
We.
lands?
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I got it
it's
now.
it's kind of the same shape normally, but there it looks like a straight line. But here it doesn't have any phonetic value. That's just a spelling of jet. So indeed,
Mm,
we have the j, the cobra, and then
mm,
the t. So the word here is jet.
okay.
Um. So yeah. So now, hold on. Mer and Ra. Well, here we have Ra. Now, those might be surprised to hear me say Ra, they've put Re. And they're saying that probably because of the Coptic, because in Coptic, that's the way they pronounce it, but it is Ra. According to the transliteration, it is Ra. So we have the Ra, we have the Mer, and the N. The Ra is placed first because it's the honorific inversion or honorific transposition. And in French, we call it antéposition honorifique ou bien
Autoposition honorifique. Ouais.
antéposition respectueuse.
Mm.
So this is the name here that we have on the reference, Merenra. Now,
Oh, c'est Merena. Okay.
yes, Merenra.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
true,
once
true.
once
It's
again,
like Sarah.
yes, yes, yes,
Okay, yeah.
and they've put Ra just first out of
First,
respect.
yeah, yeah, yes.
That's why. Yes. Now, let me
Coffre.
continue.
Can you put
Uh,
back the
yeah, of
first
course.
just me for me to read?
This
Coffret
one
au nom
here.
du roi Mérénée. Okay, okay, okay.
Yes. Hmm.
Because we need to go again to the Louvre Museum if we, you know, maybe
Well, my
your card.
subscription, it has expired now,
Oh,
and
okay.
uh, and
But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. No, I was gonna say I went there so many times and I
Yeah,
took
that's
so
what I
many
was.
pictures
I was like,
and
I
so
was
many
about to say.
videos, you know.
Yeah, because
But
yeah,
hmm. but I mean, we can talk and maybe
yeah,
arrange some
yeah.
time,
Alright, sometime when
Yeah.
we have spare time. Yeah, sure.
Now, and as a matter of fact, it would be good for me to take my son back over there, and I'm with him until the end of the month. So maybe
Okay.
if you have time between now and the end of the month, and we can go all three of us.
Yeah, on maybe
Mm.
on the weekend.
Yeah, yeah. Let me
Yeah,
know.
sure.
Well, I don't know if you have something planned for tomorrow, but I don't. But we can talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. No,
Yeah. So here, well, there's no glyphs here. Naked child.
no.
Usually, when someone is naked, that's a child.
Yeah.
Uh,
Maintenant son
and then we have a man holding his cloth, and another naked child. And he says, very rare testimony of a private statue made of argile. I forgot how we call that in. I think it's no. Is it clay? Yeah, I think it's clay
Yeah.
in English. Modeled clay. That's just a toilet. They've made it just like the wall. Like here's the wall. So many times people just pass through and they just don't know the toilets are there. Even though there's a sign, when you're in a museum, you don't really notice small signs like that because you have all these artifacts. Now, something happened to the nose here, and
As usual, as usual.
here we have the cobra that some it's just off. Uh,
And it is black.
well, the coloring is black, but sometimes
Well, we
you can
know.
have you can have Caucasians, and they've used some black coloring or black
Mm.
paint. Like the stat those I don't know if I showed you that when we went, but around Greece they have some vase
Yeah,
and
it is black. Yeah, they
yeah, but
represent
but
the yeah,
but when you see the phenotype, the nose, the hair, you can
yeah,
clearly
yeah,
see
yeah.
that those are
Remember?
Caucasian. But some of our people they use that to say, look, black Greeks, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
That's another
So
story.
yeah, it's another story. So this is a king. during the end of the end of the 11th dynasty or the beginning of the 12th dynasty between 2000 and 1900 BC. Now, there we can read. Now, this individual has the red crown and he holds the Heka scepter. Now, let's go, Blaya.
Okay,
Now,
let's
here we
try.
can
Let's try.
clearly see the Shenu. And the funny thing is that, here, we don't usually see the side looking that way. We usually see more like a, but anyway, it's not a big difference. So now, it's read from right to left because the glyphs are facing right.
Yes,
It's very funny because normally
it is vice
Sarah,
versa.
yes, Sarah is the exception where we don't see honorific inversion, but there is the case. I mean, what I'm trying to say to the brothers and sisters is that usually you have the bird here, the Sa bird, and then the Ra glyph after. But here we have Ra, and then we have Sa. So we don't read that Rasa, we read that Sarah. And Sarah is, you probably heard many people have Sarah in their names. So, Blaya, do you recognize that glyph here? It's a bit damaged.
It is because I recognize it
Yes.
for
Which one
a
is it?
reason because you see it a lot.
Yeah,
Is it men?
exactly. It's the Senate gain,
Because
the
like
biliteral.
amen, amen, amen.
Exactly. Exactly. That's
So
what it
you
is.
see it on like a lot. So
Yes,
you, yeah,
it is the
and
one. Then you have the N, and as you might know, it's a phonetic complement,
yes,
complement phonetique.
definitely,
All right.
yeah.
Now, this one, the shape is not the same as usual because usually you have some kind of round shape at the end.
Oh, this uh, is it is
It's
it
the
ch?
chord. Exactly, the ch. Well
Yeah,
done.
because I was hesitating, but I know, yeah, it is ch.
Yeah,
Because
that's
it
what it
looks
is.
like the other M.
Oh yeah, the
Not
animal rib. But the
yeah,
animal rib is not how do you say? Um here
yeah, it is like
it goes like
straight
this.
and yeah,
Yes, exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So
But
this one here, do you
U,
recognize? Yes. And this is one word. Do you recognize it?
Hotep.
It is Hotep with
Yeah,
the two phonetic
this
complements.
one, yeah, this is one of the first that I've learned. So
Oh, okay. Well, and you actually put it earlier
yeah,
in
I
the
put
chat.
it. So
Yeah,
this one I can miss it.
yeah. So brothers and sisters,
But
when you
there's
see that
P and
glyph,
T, so you can even
yeah, the two phonetic
the two
complements,
phonetics. So it helps
Yeah,
a lot.
exactly.
That's another thing. That's
Yeah,
why in the beginning I was saying you need to learn the basics,
yeah.
the unitary,
The
the unity.
uniliterals, the
Yes,
biliterals, the triliterals,
yeah.
and you're good. So inside of the Shenu or Cartouche, we have the name Sarah Menchu Hotep, which can be
Yeah.
translated as son of Ra, uh, Mentu is satisfied.
Okay.
What is it that I wanted to say? Now the Ankh here has a funny shape, you know. I don't know why it
Yeah.
has that shape.
Is
Now,
that is it because of the period? No, it's not.
I wouldn't say so because normally the Ankh all throughout the years kind of look the same.
Yeah.
Now, towards the Greco-Roman period, particularly the Roman period,
Hmm.
but the glyphs start to look funny, like it's less refined.
Okay.
So it's almost even grotesque.
Hmm.
And our tour guide in Egypt, he told us that he showed us an artifact. I forgot which temple it was, but he said, look at here the design, and you see like the face, the arms, and it's like basically explaining how it's not as well as it was before. So
Mm.
now here we have the same as here is Ra,
Hmm.
but that glyph here is a bilateral. Do you recall? Have you ever seen that one yet? It's a bilateral that starts with the M.
No, I can't. No, I
Yeah,
won't go. I won't
it's
try.
me. Have you ever seen a glyph that says me?
No, no.
Yeah. Well, you will see it, and then that gives us Mira.
Okay.
So this one we read it earlier, jet.
Yeah.
Then we have N. Now that one, I wouldn't say it's the, I wouldn't say it's a Queltic.
It's
I'm
not the
not
SAR.
sure. Um,
It is.
I
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so, to be
Because
honest.
the sa before, like, they're different.
Yeah, they are different, and even that one is not even drawn very well.
Yeah.
Um, you know, this one here is the same as here, but they're not. I mean, it's not drawn; it's carved. They're not carved the same.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if it's the arc, but I don't know. But then we have the basket with the handle.
Mhm.
So that's probably a suffix pronoun. Or maybe it's the bar bird. So maybe it's back e. You see,
Yeah.
because the bar bird with the k,
The
that
curve.
will give us back. So probably back e. E will be the suffix pronoun. And then we have f, and then it's like well, we have ma'a n, and then this is the throne. So that would be okay. There it is. Uh, ma'a n set ib. Now, later on, you will see that word set, which means place, and then we have ib, which means heart.
Mhm.
So it says set ib, literally the place of the heart or location of the heart, and that's their way of saying affection.
Mm.
And then we have the suffix pronoun f, so it's saying his affection. You see, we have brother Reggie in a place to be, who has read some part that we went through,
Between.
living like life forever, his son, and but I don't think it's I don't I don't think it's his son, because here, let me put it up. Here we have the basket with the handle. So, and indeed, this Sa, if he was Sa, it's not looking the same as here. Now, that scribe, who doesn't appear to have been skilled, he doesn't draw everything the same, like I shown earlier. The me here is not the same as the me here. It's not carved the same, but it's something to that effect anyway. Uh,
Do you think that they are the same glyph?
this one and this one.
Hold on. Maybe, sorry. Yeah, this one and the other one down.
This one, yeah, to me they are the same.
Okay.
Uh, but it would make sense, however, this would be the suffix pronoun f, because I don't see why grammatically to have the e as a suffix pronoun and then to have the f like that. you
Mhm.
know. So we have to take caution here. We have to take caution.
Mhm.
But it doesn't look like it's just the artifact that is damaged. It really looks like the 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 the, the basket with the handle. But maybe this is sa, and then a determinative of the citizen and f the suffix pronoun. So maybe it is his son. And then we have the word ma'a. I
Mhm.
don't see the f in front of the word ma'a. Uh,
Can you read the one at the top again?
this one.
No, next, left again.
Uh,
Yes,
oh,
this.
it starts here.
Okay.
This is used in the word ma'at.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
This
I
is
know that.
ma'a. This is also ma'a, and this is the arm. It doesn't look like it, but this is the arm.
And the one at the top,
And
what is it?
this
Is
one,
it like
uh,
a
this one,
rectangle or?
it looks like a rectangle, but then just like where is it? The animal rib that we talked about, the M,
Mhm, mhm,
here, instead of being round like that, it goes like diagonal.
mhm.
Well, that glyph is the same. Oh, actually, yeah, it's supposed to be the same. Actually, I mean, I could show it to you, but I don't want to switch between
Yeah, no, don't.
but this is Ma'a really. So here it will be like a truly or véritable, you know,
Okay, sure.
because we don't have the ter, so it doesn't spell Ma'at, but it spells Ma'a.
Mm.
And then we have N, which is like off, and then we have his affection, set ib f.
Okay, so no, cause I was looking at the rectangle, like I thought it was the
Yeah,
rectangle,
this
like
one, yes.
sh,
Actually, you know what? I will
but
show you. I will show you because, but first I have to get
cause
rid of this
that's why I
guy.
was confused.
Yeah, I will show you now. I have to get rid of this guy. He wrote, "This show is the state of
Oh,
whack." Just like
yeah.
yesterday, someone came and said, "Oh, this is boring" or whatever. So I'm ready to bet that this is the same guy. But
Ah,
I just have to put him on vacation so he can just be
Goodbye.
more productive, but your message was heard. That's how you feel about it. It's all good, but you were bounced. I don't think people normally go on channels that they don't like to say, "Hey, this is whack."
Yeah, that's so
I,
stupid.
if I was to bet, I'm sure that's the brother that comes in but never wants to show his face, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna remove the message and that's it. So now let me show you my art. I wish I was so. Oh, okay now. We have to like this. There it is. So I'm sharing the screen. There it is. So here, this
Oh,
time
okay.
this time it's read from left to right.
Mhm.
So you have that one, the sickle or faucille
Mhm.
in French. Uh, this one, don't really know how to describe it. It's some sort of block. And
Oh yeah,
hold on.
okay. Now I see, yeah, now I get it because on the other
Yeah, on the other one,
picture
it looks like a
it looks
rectangle.
like the rectangle
Yeah,
like the sh.
yeah,
So I was
it's true.
confused. I was like,
It's true. And it takes practice.
yeah,
It
it's
takes
true.
practice to distinguish the glyphs on original artifact.
Definitely.
And really, that's why whoever's learning the meta nature, and that's one of the reasons why I recommend being mindless book. And when I teach the meta nature, I show from original artifact because what's the point if you have the hieroglyphic transcript that always looks nice and neat, but then you go to a museum
It's
and you
different.
can barely distinguish the glyphs. So it's very good to be able to distinguish the glyphs from the original artifact. And so here, it looks the same. I mean, just so that people get some clarity on this excerpt, which is from the original artifact, it is read from right to left. But for the sake of clarity, because it's early on in the classes, there the transcript I've put it to be read from left to
Left to
right.
right.
You see? So then we have the arm, you know,
Mhm.
and we can see that it's a bit different on the original artifact and on the hieroglyphic transcript because on the original artifact, the thumb is actually touching the rest of the fingers.
Mhm.
So in a sense, I don't know if people are familiar with the Abydos glyph that kind of look like some spacecraft,
Yes,
spaceship.
yes, yes,
But
yes,
here you
yes.
could kind of see like some
Yeah,
sort of
they
spaceship,
use it
you
as
know.
yeah.
But it's just some glyphs on top of
Yeah,
others. And then we have the loaf of bread, and this is just the determinative for my app.
yeah.
So that is done. I can unshare and we can go back to
Can
the
go back to.
previous one and see what we can recognize. Is it the one there? No, is it the one? Yes, it is the one. Okay, so then if you go down, all this part, I don't know. This is the head and probably the single stroke here, but I'm not sure. Now, this one, you recognize this one, do you?
Hold on, let me put it back.
And what's funny,
The M,
yeah,
the M.
what's funny is that here we can see the eyes and the mouth. You know,
Yeah.
usually,
This is
I
the
don't really.
maybe the style of the yeah.
Yeah, maybe, but a lot of time you kind of see the shape, but not really the
Mhm.
details inside.
Mhm.
Now, have you ever seen that unilateral of the eye? Do you know the phonetic value of the eye?
The I let me think.
Now, the eye is the
No,
bilateral ear, you
ear.
know?
No, I don't know this
Yeah.
one.
And here we have the phonetic complement of the mouth. And then we have the t. So it gives us iret.
Ear.
So something to do with, it's the verb to do, to make. Then we have the neb. Now it looks like the ka, though
Look,
it looks
yeah,
kind
it
of
looks
funny.
like, but it's not.
It is kind of funny. So it's almost like you have two lotus plants.
Mhm.
But and then we have the M, then the ch again, then the N. Now this one here, I don't know if it's a determinative. I don't know if it's the arm, or if it's the determinative of the arm with the stick.
Mhm.
I don't know what that spells there. Now this looks like the head. Of course, we have the two pot of water and the loaf of bread. This looks like the single stroke. We have the throne again. So we have set, and we have the determinative of the pair. So this is once again the word for place or location. Then we have rech. Well, I'm not sure about that one. I would have said that's the H,
The edge,
but
yeah, I was
normally the
thinking.
H would not touch.
Yeah,
There
the
would be a
touch.
gap, but maybe,
Maybe it's something else.
the scribe, try to carve and then, ultimately.
Yeah.
Uh, Now this one, is it Sa again? Is it Sa F? I don't know which bird that is. But then we have A, P, R. This one I don't know. We have F again. And then the S, which probably a suffix pronoun. I don't know because I don't even know the word. And oh, I don't know what happened. But then we have the Quelchic here, the mark of the plural, the F. Now, this looks like the harpoon, the phonetic value wa and the phonetic complement. This is the arm actually.
Mhm.
So wa n, and then this looks like the owl m. This piece of wood is used for nechet as a determinative many times. And as a matter of fact, it looks like the ch, the sieve of the placenta, and the te. So nechet. Then we have hat. The front of the lion is hat. Then we have mi, and then it looks like a loaf of bread. And then the two oblique lines, they don't really look that oblique, but they're supposed to be oblique. So we have mi t f. Then you know this glyph here, do you?
Is it Nefer?
It is.
Okay.
So we have nefer. Now this looks like the folded cloth. This looks like the mi again. Now I don't know what was there because it's damaged. This is like wap. We have that in the word web white. The p and the t. So wepet. It looks like the ripple of water. Then here we have, now what is that word here now? Those three glyphs here. Have you seen that word already?
Um.
We have the sedge, we have the loaf of bread, and we have the ripple of water. And here we have a case of honorific inversion because the sedge, le jonc,
Mhm.
denotes the south and it denotes the king as well. So before, people didn't know about the honorific inversion, so they used to read that suten, but it's actually read nesu or nesut. So that
Okay.
word is the word for king.
Okay.
You see? So
How do you read it then?
nesut.
Nesut.
Now some people will transliterate it nesut, n s w t. Some will transliterate it nesu s. I'm sorry, n s w. So nesu or nesut, it's the same thing. You know.
Okay.
Mm. So that's basically the word for king. Now, if we look at the description, a king, Mentuhotep, receiving offerings around 2000 BC, and we are told it's a rare example of a private stele where the king and not a god is receiving offerings. And as we have read earlier, inside of the cartouche, we read Sarah Mentuhotep. You see?
Mhm.
So you see, brothers and sisters. Now, I must admit, brothers and sisters, the glyphs here, they don't look the best. Don't be discouraged by that. We have plenty of artifacts where the glyphs look very nice. Now, this lady here, I presume that's a lady because of the hairstyle. She's holding that recipient, which usually stand for medhet. It's usually an abbreviation for medhet. But she's holding a cup in her other hand. So since medhet is usually translated as oil, it's probably not some oil that she's about to have in a recipient. I don't see people drinking oil like that. A lady holding a offering vase is during the reign of Nebhepet Ra Mentuhotep. Oh, it's on wood again. Now we have the mouth, the stool, the a. So that's arepa, that's one word. Then we have Hatia. Um, hmm, I wouldn't have understood if we had Semer, but I don't see the R. So we have the S, the M. Here we have Heb, and Heb is a very very common word. Now the rest, I cannot
Can
tell
I
you
ask
what.
you?
Yes,
Can
of
I ask
course.
you for the heb?
Hmm.
Because I recognize the H and the B. And what's
Hmm.
the middle one is what is it
The middle one is actually the bilateral Heb.
the bilateral? Okay.
It's oh actually it might have two different phonetic values because it's the butcher's knife.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe, oh, maybe I confuse it with another one. There's another one for Heb. I don't have the book near me. Um, Hold on. I'm gonna try to open it. Where would it be? I want to tell you the reference. Okay, I'll do it otherwise. I will go there, go at the bottom. Hmm, where is it? Okay, here it is. Now, is it not opening? Okay, now let me look for the reference of this artifact for Heb because it looks like the butcher's knife, but the butcher's knife actually has another phonetic value. Come on. Okay, so it's okay. I'm looking for it. And you know what? I had a quicker way, but I didn't think about it. So if I put festival, um, I don't even have the bilateral there. Okay, so if I look in the book,
Oh yeah. Is that the is it
uh,
the T8 the T28?
well, let me see. T28. It kind of looks like it, but maybe it has two phonetic values. Let me see. T28.
No, T28 it looks
Yeah,
like but it's not. It's
T28 is the
head.
butcher's knife. T28. Yes, it's hair. It's hair. Uh, Let me look at the vocabulary. So if I go to Heb, it's not that H, it's the other one. So Heb, Heb, hold on. Heb. It might be a different spelling. Might be a different spelling. But never mind. I would say that's Heb, that's festival. Because we have the week and we have the but.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's continue. This is a palette of the scribe of the chancellor of the royal chancellor, Urka Urkau Kheti. And we do actually see here, that's the word for chancellor or royal chancellor.
Okay.
Now, there it is. You see here, for example, brothers and sisters, this stela is quite old. I think it's about 2000 BC or maybe 1800, 1900 BC. But the glyphs look lovely. It's a bit blurry though because you have the window in the back.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have some
In
close-ups.
reality, it looks very nice. I remember this one.
Yeah,
Because I
it's
remember we
actually one of
passed
the
by
nicest.
and you
Yeah,
told me, you don't really see these types of glyphs
yeah.
like looking that good. So
That good.
yeah, I
Yeah,
remember this one definitely.
and it's very large, very, very large.
Very large, yeah, and it's
And
very
you
clear.
see, indeed, between 2100 and 1963. So here, let's have a look at a few glyphs. Now, this one here is not to be confused with the chem glyph. This is a stair, set of stairs.
Yeah.
Now, let me see some words.
But the chem glyph has only one way, right? Or can be both way.
Well, it can be both ways. It
It can
depends
be
on the
both ways.
direction of reading and
Okay.
writing.
But it
Now,
doesn't look like anyway because this one
no,
is
it
more
doesn't look like
look
it.
like a
Yeah,
triangle while
exactly,
the
exactly.
chem is more rounded.
It's right. Yes, it's more roundish. Now here, that word there, I don't know if you've seen it. You have the loafer bed, and then underneath, I can't even remember what it is exactly. But this is the word for thème that we call atum in English and in French. So this is atum
Okay.
here.
Okay, this is atom. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. I remember hearing at one point a lot atom. I won't say why, but
Oh,
if you
atomology.
okay, no, I won't go.
Yeah, I
But you know what
remember.
I mean. So
Yeah, I know what you
yeah,
mean.
atom. At what point? Yeah, we used to hear this word a lot in France. So yeah, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Now, this word here with the two dots underneath. Do you know which word that is?
No, I don't know.
It's actually ta, because ta can be
Okay.
spelled with those two dots at the bottom, you know. So most of the time you see ta with just the glyph without the
Okay.
two dots, but sometimes you will have it with two
Yeah, this
dots,
is.
you see.
Can you zoom, please? Can you zoom it a
Now
little bit? Yeah, stop,
here,
stop. No, because yeah.
yeah,
Okay, yeah. This is the
here,
top. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
And
yeah,
then we
this
have
is
the
the one you showed me earlier. Yeah.
yeah. Now here doesn't show too well, but that's the arm holding the scepter is Jesser. So it says Ta Jesser, sacred land. Um oh, I have this I think I have this in the class one of the sentence. Now here we have the folded cloth, then we have the leg, and we have the star. So all this pairs one word with the determinative. Now you know that determinative, do you? That bilateral here.
Uh, pair.
Exactly. By itself, it is pair. Now the star has two phonetic values.
I know
Dua,
this one. Yeah,
yeah,
Dua and
Seba,
Seba. Pardon. Okay,
yes.
sorry. Because
And
there's the SB. Okay, yeah.
exactly. So then we know it is Seba.
Mhm.
You see, and because we have the determinative also of the well, okay, it can mean dua, worship, praise, or thanks, or
Mhm.
it can mean seba, which means either star or gate. And because we have the determinative of the pair, then we know it spells seba and it means gate, not star. See?
Mhm. Oh, it is gate. Okay, not door.
Yes.
Or it
I
can be
mean,
both.
gate or door is the same.
Okay.
Now, you see here, I'm good that we see that. I was thinking maybe that's what the scribe tried to draw because this is Heb.
Okay.
This is Heb. But earlier, it really looked like the butcher's knife, you
Mhm.
know. And actually, with the Heb, you have the basket, but inside you have a losange, you know.
Mhm.
But anyway, which words might you know? Uh, well, actually, here, this is the mer,
Mhm.
the phonetic complement of the R, the
Oh yeah, I
quercetin,
see.
and the
I get
ter.
it. I get it.
So that gives a word. Merut is one word.
Merut, yeah, I
Yes,
recognize, yeah, because
you
yeah,
see,
you have the mer, the R, who complete the
exactly.
mer, the U, and the T.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So that's one word. Now
Yeah.
here you recognize after
The,
now you have the loaf of bread, and then I don't know what the sign, the symbol is.
at the
Do
top,
you
the
rec
hand.
exactly the hand, and what is it at the bottom?
No, I don't know this one.
What does it look like?
A star, but
Exactly.
oh, is it a star also?
Yeah, but this
Okay.
time we had the hand first.
Is it D Dua?
Exactly. It is the one.
Okay, I got it.
You
Okay,
see,
okay.
that's how it works. And
Uh,
and and you even have the determinative of the man with his hands
this hand.
up,
Yeah. Okay.
the position of adoration, or
Okay.
prayer, you know. So
Dua.
so that's
Okay.
so that's how you know how one glyph that has several,
Yeah.
more than
And
one
you see,
phonetic
just
value.
because I figured it out with the D.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And our people probably don't realize how precise the grammar is, you know.
Yeah.
Because first it might be a bit confusing, like, damn, phonetic complements, why? You know,
Hmm.
and determinatives, why so many determinatives? But it helps you
It
avoid
has a
confusing
reason.
two words. Exactly. You see. So then we
Okay.
have basically we have dua, neferu, f. So f is a suffix pronoun. You haven't seen the suffix pronouns yet, have you? Pronom suffixe. Tu n'as pas encore vu ça, non?
No, 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 no.
Ah, d'accord. Mais tu verras que f c'est un pronom suffixe. You will see that f is a
Oh,
suffix pronoun.
cause I've heard you using the F, the I, like for example,
Yes,
Reni
yes.
or
My name. So e is
yeah,
a suffix pronoun for
F.
I, me, and f
The
is for.
T is one also, no?
Oh, well, t it is. It's a feminine singular.
Feminine, yeah,
And
okay.
this one here is a masculine singular.
F, okay.
So neferu f,
Hmm.
basically he's perfection, because
Hmm.
neferu can be translated as perfection. Now
Hmm.
this is the butcher's knife, and we have the phonetic complement. Uh, it doesn't look like it too much, but that's the front of a lion, and then we have the phonetic complement. So that's hat.
Okay, what's the front of the lion? Is
It's
it
the triliteral hat.
hat?
The H with the dot underneath, or the strong H as we say, the aleph and the t, hat.
Okay.
Mm. And I don't know if you ever seen the name or ever heard the name Amenemhat.
Oui, okay, yeah.
So Amenemhat is basically Imen Em Hat, you know.
Mm.
And the funny thing is that hat is the front of a lion, and hat actually means front.
Because I've seen at one point they use I think the lion as a L, right?
That's another lion, because there is just the front of a lion. The one that they
Is
use
a
as a L is a
Yeah,
full
it's a
lion.
full lion. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, that's what
yes.
I was saying.
Which initially was the ru sound, or R sound, but
Okay.
with the Greco-Romans, indeed they used it as a
Yeah,
L.
they use it. Like I
Now,
think it is in Ptolemy. I think you have
yes, exactly, exactly,
that's yeah.
yes. Now, what other words might you know? Um, is there any other word that you might? Oh, you know what's funny?
Go ahead.
um, that video that I made yesterday.
I can see
What
where
what
you
does
at. I can. Oh no, no. So go ahead.
yeah
Sorry.
the video, what does Kemet mean? Part two.
Mm.
I have a book by Christophe is it Barbotin, the one who was the curator of the um Egyptian department in the Louvre Museum. He has that book called La Voix des Hiéroglyphes.
Hmm.
He has that artifact there.
Can you zoom on it, please?
Well, that's a whole artifact, but
The part.
on
I
his
don't want.
on
Okay.
his book is line 8. This is line 8, and
Okay.
here
Okay.
it's not the typical shape, but this is
Is it a
the
chem?
I6 glyph. Yes, the I6 glyph, the chem, and
Because
underneath.
you have the M down underneath. Yeah.
Exactly, that's the phonetic complement.
Hmm.
You see, and first, this is a word that you will see later on, but it's Hess. So
Has.
it means
I
like,
knew the first one on the S down,
yes, and
but
this
I
one
don't
is,
know
is
this
basically
one.
the biliteral Hess. You know,
Okay. But you see, I
so
could read it like if I,
yes,
take off
indeed,
the
this one,
yes,
yes.
the
So
H and
Hess
the
means like,
S.
yes, Hess means like, favor or praise. So like
Okay.
favor or praise, and then we have Chem, basically the black, and that's how that PhD translates it. He says, it's in the future tense in his book. and he wrote, I will praise the black one, and the black one is Usir. Now Usir or Osiris, he puts it in
That's funny though.
parentheses,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
So this guy translates it as black, but we have some other people who try to say it's a title and something else. So it is what it is. Now, what other word might you know?
Because I know the one next, the one you on, not next to the M. I think
This one?
is nTr. No,
Well, it is. It is.
not this one. I wasn't talking about this one.
Oh, this one here is
Yeah,
nature.
next to the M. Yeah,
But
but this one, yeah,
this one is a determinative for divine.
divine. Okay.
Yes, for the not for the word divine, but a determinative, basically for like a deity or something that has to do with the divine. So sometimes you might have the word for nature or the name for nature, and then you might see that glyph as well. But yes, this is indeed nature. Um,
Because I think where did I see this? Because because sometimes they put like three different like nature, and they are
and
saying
that's the
apparently
plural.
it's a nature.
Yes, because it's the
Well,
plural.
okay.
Because the plural can be shown with the querchic or with the rope.
Mhm.
Are you familiar with the rope that has the same phonetic value as a querchic? It stands for U.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yes.
yeah, yeah. So you can
The
have the
circle
querchic.
kind of,
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly. So you can have the querchic, or you can have the rope, or you
yeah,
can have the same glyph three times. It's the mark of the plural.
yeah.
Now here we have nature, and then we have a column which is R. I don't know if you've seen that biliteral R, the Ain and the Aleph. Have you ever seen it?
Not yet.
No.
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 I don't
Okay.
wanna.
Yeah. Now, what other glyphs? Okay. Well, I'm sure you know this glyph, but the way it is written here, I don't think you will
Is it the
recognize it.
sesh?
Oh yeah, well done. It is.
Yeah.
It is well done. It is a
You see it a
sesh.
lot also. So,
Yes.
and you see the what's the name? The other DVD. Oh, the CD-ROM you gave me. You, oh, what's the name of it again? I'm gonna tell
With
you the name right now. Hold on, hold on.
the name of what?
Uh, the DVD.
Hmm.
It
No.
names Hieroglyph.
Hmm.
Do you remember this one?
Mm.
And it has. Let me see if I can show you
It has that
the one
glyph.
from the Institute Cheops,
Yes.
and you can see they use the scribe glyph
Okay.
as like a logo type of.
All
So
right.
that's why, you know.
Okay. And now here we have the word nechet again.
Where?
Then we have this piece of wood by itself can be used for nechet, but here you do have actually the phonetic complement of the ch, the sieve or
Mhm.
placenta, and the t. So that's nechet.
Mhm.
And then we have m hatia. Then it looks like per nefer. Then it's like oui. Then this is it doesn't look like the falcon to me. It looks like the owl, and this is nebu. But those glyphs are a bit small, however. But
Mhm.
we can do easier. We can do easier because we have like names of individuals here. So, for example, well, it's a bit small though. But here, can you tell what glyph this is here?
Put the cursor, please.
Yeah, I'm on it now.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me put it. Okay, yes, sorry. That's Ammon.
You went fast, but that's E. That's the men,
That
the bilateral,
Amen.
and
Yeah,
yes,
if
Emen, exactly.
Amen.
Now
But we say
here,
Ammon in front.
yeah, in French we say amon.
That's
Now,
Psa. I know it. This
exactly.
one.
Yeah, well done. And
I know
here,
it because you have the book uh les Maximes de Ptah,
the Tahotep, yes.
the Ptahotep. Yeah, so I know
Mhm,
this one.
mhm. And here, can you read that name? A very famous name.
Uh,
So first you have the
Inpu,
exactly. Well done,
Inpu, and
Inpu.
Anubis. We say in
No.
French.
And you see,
Inpu.
brothers and sisters, those three names. Well, okay. Here we have one biliteral. Okay.
Yeah.
But besides that, the rest is just uniliterals. So with uniliterals, you can read at least that name Ptah, that name Inpu or Anubis,
Anubis.
and Imen. I mean, the biliteral man. You kind of learn it early on.
Yeah. This and you see
So
it a lot. That
yeah,
this
you
is
you
something
yeah,
that you see so many times that you remember it automatically.
yes, you do. Now, let me just grab something to drink. I'll be right back. Okay, brother.
Go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Now, I think I'm gonna go through some other artifact. So, because I'm sure we'll have some others without the the blurry part of the because of the window in the back. But this is actually a close up. In here, we have tem. You know, the word for atum. Now, um, that's what we read earlier. Merut here. Is there another word? Oh, actually, we have Nehem here. Um, Now, here we actually have the word onk written with the two phonetic complement of the n and the ch, and then we have a tep ta. But anyway, mm, um, okay, never mind. Okay, let's continue. Now, I don't think there's any hieroglyphic on this, but this is made of wood, and this is obviously a lady, naked woman. The thumbs are broken around 2000 BC, and it was found in a tomb in Asyut. Two more statues made out of wood. This one is around 1900 BC. We have his name. He's a Chancellor Nakti, and this one here is called Hapi Jefai. He's a governor of the province of Asyut during the reign of Senuseret or Sesostris, as the Greek called him, between 1900 and 1898. So it's really around 1900 BC. Offering bearer or carrier around 1950 BC. Now, another nice looking stela. The glyphs look very, very nice. Now, tell me, Brother Blaya, here inside of the Shenu, what's the name there?
Uh, alors, Imen Nem.
Now,
Uh,
remember, this is a phonetic complement,
yeah, that's
so
why.
you don't read it again.
But I was like Imen M
Yes, Imen M, and this is the
M
hat.
the
The
hat.
front of the
Yeah,
lion is hat.
cause
So,
yeah yeah.
mhm. And the ter is just a phonetic complement of hat.
Hmm.
So hat means front, so you can translate what Imen M hat means. Now it's funny here because we have the k the strong K, the heel, and it's quite. But this is a place anyway. But it's very funny because the arms raised up here is like the position of the car, but we see the full body. But the car is not the strong K, you know. It's not the K with the dot underneath, but the heel stands for that sound, you know. But at the end of the day, we have Kanefer and then we have the mer, but this is probably a determinative. Now, however, we have the nature glyph. Now, have you ever seen that glyph, Brother Blaya? It kind of looks like a baseball bat, but this is a biliteral. Have you ever seen that glyph?
No.
Well, this glyph here is hem. The strong H, like you know, the weak, and the M. And
Okay.
hem is the word for servant.
Okay.
So when you have, let's say you only have one, not three, that gives you hem necher. Necher is first because of the honorific inversion, you know, out of respect. So hem necher, hem means servant, right?
Okay.
So how do you translate hem necher?
But the servants is
Servant of what?
of the gods
Servant of God.
of God. Yes, sir.
So that's the word for priest. And maybe that's why you've heard some people say hem
Okay.
necher. I'm a hem necher. She's a hemet
So
necher. So if you say hemet necher, then that's priestess.
okay.
You see?
Yeah, because there's a T. Is that right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So here we have three. So it is hemu necher.
Hemu nature. Okay.
So how do you translate hemu necher?
The servants
Exactly.
of
Or
God.
in other words, the priests.
The priests. Yeah. The
You see?
priests with the S.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Then we have
Okay.
sehej. Then we have, this is the typical formula that you will see later on. I'm sorry, some people call it Hotep Dinesu, some people call it Nesu di Hotep. Hotep Dinesu, Hotep Dinesu or Dinesu. Yeah, anyway, I'm just used to say Hotep Dinesu now. Do you know what word that is when you have the I and the throne?
No.
Well, this is a very famous god, but I'll let you discover it for yourself. It's a very, very famous god, you know. Then we have Kemet Imentiu.
Is that Horus? No.
It is. So you
Okay.
know it.
No, I mean because I figured out because of the I,
Yeah,
because of the story of Horus. So yeah.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
the I is usually more tied. Oh, sorry, you said Horus. My bad. I thought Osiris. It's actually Osir.
Oh, see.
Osiris.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, it's Osiris. But
Oh
yes,
yeah. Sorry. Oh,
you do have the Ujat, the Eye of
the
Horus.
Ujat.
But
Yeah.
you know when you said Horus, I
No,
thought
no.
Osiris
I
because that's
mean
his son. Yeah, yeah.
oh yeah. No, no, no.
But
Horus.
yeah,
I mean
yeah.
Osiris.
When you see the eye and the throne, that's Usir.
Usir. Oh yeah.
You know. Most people transliterate it Usir. Mark Collier and Bill Manley, they transliterate Asir with the Aleph, you know.
Mhm.
Hence why some people say Asar in English, you know.
Okay.
Others say Osar, you know. Now, at the bottom, the grill, that's usually the determinative for sepat, which is the word for gnome. But we do have that thing at the top on top of it, so I'm not sure if that stands for sepat or something else. Now, this one, I don't think you've seen it. It's a bilateral. It's actually the chisel. Have you ever seen the chisel yet? In French, we say the ciseau.
Oh no.
And it has two phonetic values, either ab or mer. But here, because of the leg, then we know it stands for ab. See?
Yeah, because the B. Okay.
Exactly. And the spelling is not usual here because normally the here, which is a bilateral as well, it would appear before the Celtic. But basically here we have the name for the place Abydos. And this is the newt glyph. I don't know if you ever seen the newt.
Yes,
It's a
because you see it
determinative for a
in
place.
Kemet.
Yeah, you see. And most Egyptologists say that it's a crossroad. But some people say that it has something to do with water. But you know, everybody's free to
Yeah.
say what they want. Now this is Her or Horus.
Mhm.
That's like the word for road or something like that. Um,
Is that the
that's
Sh?
the pull. Yes, the pull, the arm and the t. That's the knife, or the three dots. We have what looks like Tawi. And then here again, we have Nesut Biti. Then we have Usir. And here we have an epithet of Usir. Now, the hare, le lièvre, is a uniliteral, I'm sorry, the biliteral un, W-N. So you actually do have some phonetic complement, and then you have nefer, and finally we have the determinative of the seated man with the beard for the deity. So once again, we have the name and his epithet, or in other words, title, if you want to use it. It looks like hair again, or Horus. Now, here we have a word that's very significant actually. This is a bovides leg, and this has the phonetic value, it's a triliteral uhem. W, the H with a dot, and the M. And it can be translated as renew. And do you know that bilateral here, the three fox skin? Have you ever seen
I've
it yet?
seen it, but
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It's mes, MS,
Okay.
which mainly means birth or born. So actually, when you say Ramses, you have Ra, and then you have
Oh, that's
Mes.
why okay. That's
You
why I've
see?
seen it. Yeah.
And sometimes you would have the siege, I'm sorry, the sedge, and you have the spelling Ramesu, actually, you know. But sometimes you don't have the sedge, so it will phonetically be read Rameses, you know. So Uhem, Mes, and then you have, and once again, sometimes out of, for the sake of symmetry and aesthetic, the glyphs will not have the order they should have, but really the Celtic should be before the T. But when I
But
say should be before the T, it's like moot.
Moot.
Have you ever seen the word moot, the triliteral, the vulture?
No, I can't
Now,
remember. No.
the word is not there, but moot is a vulture, but it's not the same vulture as the aleph, you know. And moot means mother. And many times moot, whatever it is, you see here,
Oh, okay.
is that vulture, that's moot.
Moot. Okay.
And sometimes you would have the phonetic complement of the loaf of bread here, but many times you have it there. But it's not to be read temut, it's just the phonetic complement of the phonetic complement. And because if it's placed there, then if you have the invisible square, it fits.
But yeah, do you think by the size, the different size of the size of yeah, the size, because like the T is gonna be smaller. Do you think that they indicate you to pronounce it the T last, like moot?
No,
If you
it's
get
not
what I'm
because
saying.
yeah, it's not because it's smaller. It's just that sometimes you have the phonetic complement, sometimes you don't, and many times you do have it with moot. Now here, obviously, we don't. But normally the phonetic complement is after the actual uh, biliteral or triliteral or whatever glyph we're dealing with. So sometimes you will see it at the end, but many times it will appear at the front. But it's just so that it fits into that inside that invisible square. So basically, it kind of take less space because here you have more space
To put the T.
to put the t than here. Because if you want it to fit within an invisible square or block, the t, the lower bed will have to be very small here. If you make it kind of large like this one here, then it will go kind of over one block here because you see how close they are.
Yeah.
So for that reason, they will place it here. Like you see, that one here is not as long as this one. That one here, it will fit there, and all of it will fit inside of the block. But anyway, I don't want to get too technical. I don't want people to be scared, you know. But that's what's happening when we're at the top.
Or you see down, that what I was saying earlier.
Which
If you
one?
go down again, the nature.
Yes, exactly. That's Neteru,
Yeah.
gods.
See.
Now, where were we? We were at Uhem. There it is. So Uhem, then we have Mes, and then basically it's Mesut, but just like the Mut, that's the same thing. The Ter should be after. So Mesut means birth. Basically, Uhem Mesut is like rebirth or renaissance,
Oh, in
renaissance,
a sense. Okay.
or literally renewed birth. Uh, Now, These two, I think, well, this part, I think you can read it. This is a determinative, and this is a single stroke. So, what's the basket?
Um, is that the K? No, I'm not sure.
The cur is the basket with the handle. This one doesn't have the
Yeah.
handle, so that's the bilittle. I'm
Uh,
sure you know it. You said it earlier.
I said it earlier.
It starts with the N.
No, I can't remember right now. I
Yeah,
said
neb.
it earlier.
Don't you know
Neb.
neb?
Is that
Yeah,
Neb? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
it is neb. Yes. So it's neb, and then this one. Do you remember?
Is that the Ta?
It is the ta with the
Yeah,
two dots
cause
at the
I
bottom.
remember earlier you told me. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
and and once again we have the jesser. So it says neb ta jesser, and jesser
okay.
is actually what we call joser. You know,
Mm,
so it says neb ta joser, and then we have the determinative of like foreign place or desertic area or whatever. Now then this is D or DF, you know. The three ripple of water by itself is mu. It means water.
Mu. Yeah. Mu.
But I suspect this is really going along with that word here, which is henneket.
Henneket.
And the funny thing is that henneket means beer, and it makes me think of Hannekine, you know. Now the N is not appearing there, but that word is constituted henneket, you know.
Mm,
It's just like remech. Have you seen the remech yet?
no.
The word for people, remech, you don't actually have the M written.
Okay.
However, on the pyramid text, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe a coffin text, remech is spelled with the actual M. But most of the time,
Mm,
it's not. You have the R and you have the ch, and then you have the determinative of a man and woman. So, but here actually we have a word. I don't think you've seen that word, but the nature glyph goes with that word here, but the word is spelled here with the S, the N, the Ch, the R. Senecher is actually one word, and here you have some determinative. So sometime you will see that was Senecher. Now here, I don't know if you remember, but that glyph here on the side, we've seen it earlier. The lady who was holding it, and who knows, maybe that's what she's holding here. It's amazing. I never, when I took that picture, I didn't even know that glyph. But here, there it is. That's what she's holding. But this
okay.
time it is vertical. Here it is horizontal. Oh, so well, yeah. Here it is horizontal. So here we have the word. Well, actually, you can pronounce it. What is that sound here?
That's the mer.
Yeah. So that's the phonetic complement.
Uh,
Then you have that sound and that sound. So how do you
he,
read all of it?
meret.
Merhet.
Merhet. Merhet. Sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Merhet. And this is the determinative. You know, but
Okay.
by
Merhet.
itself, this word can be used for merhet. You know,
Mm,
and have you seen the word het yet?
no.
No. Have you seen that word there? That's the word wab.
Wab. Is that the?
Yes.
It looks like the stairs you showed me earlier, but it is not.
It looks like no, it's not the stairs. Actually, what it is that it's a leg, and on top of the leg you have the vase with water coming out of it.
Okay.
And I don't know if you had a chance listening to one of the last stream where Osai Khan and Reggie were there, but we talked about wab meaning pure or purify, and you have also the wab priest. You know, but
Okay.
in X-Men Apocalypse, he uses the word wab. You know, and there's a few other words that he uses.
Okay.
Now, this is a Sesh and Menachet, and here we have Hotepet, and this is Jefau. Now, N can mean four and can mean two, uh, or it can mean off as well. So here we have NKN, so it means for the car off. You see? Now,
Mm.
the is not spelled here, it's not written here, but when we translate, we have to add it. That's just a single stroke, no phonetic value. It's more for aesthetic, and symmetry. So for the ka off, and then we have repa, hatia. So repa is like local prince, or and then hatia is like governor. Those are titles basically. And this is also a title, Kemet or something like that. But this is chancellor, the title chancellor. You know,
Mhm.
and here we have Semer Watia, and then we have. Do you remember what this is here now?
Oh, you told me earlier.
Yeah,
Because I was thinking about something.
it's Nesut or
Nesut. Yeah,
Nesu.
Nesut.
And now the funny thing with this word Semer is that I'm giving a clue for people who want to find out the meaning. In
Mhm.
Arabic, we have Samir. So look up the meaning of Samir. Samir in
Mhm.
Arabic. It's the same meaning in Medu nTr. You know.
Mhm. Yeah. So they're
And
gonna say
Watia
it's
means soul or unique. So
okay.
whoever looks up the meaning of Samir can translate this whole thing here. Samir Watia Nesu. Now I did see that we have the word Maat written. Khair Ma'a Meri Neb F.
So yeah, if I remember the how you call this again, Shaka, on the Nesut, the
Mhm.
not the flower, but
The sedge.
the sedge is Su.
Mhm. Exactly.
Okay.
By
Now,
itself, it is su.
yeah, now because I'm
You know.
writing down, yeah,
Yes.
because
But many times it's used as a determinative for, I'm sorry, as an abbreviation for Nesu. So a lot of time you will see Nesu spelled just with the sedge.
hmm
But there we have the full spelling. But because it's a honorific inversion, we don't read that Suten, but we read that Nesu actually.
hmm
And now here we have Kher, which can be translated as before. Then we have Ma'a, Mary.
hmm
You know what Mary means, do you?
Um, is
Ta
it
Mary,
good?
beloved,
Beloved. Oh yeah.
beloved. So
Because
Ta
I knew
Mary,
it was something about something good,
positive, yes,
positive.
indeed.
Because I think is it good? Is it for Nefer? Maybe
Well,
or no?
Nefer, yes, Nefer can be good, it can be perfect, and it can be, what's
Yes.
the other one again? Pretty, pretty for a lady or handsome for a man, but let's
I-
say pretty.
Is there any glyph going by like perfect God or something like that?
Indeed, when you have Nefer with Necher or Necher Nefer,
Yeah, because
usually
I've seen this. I
they
think.
will translate it as perfect God. They will not translate
Okay.
it as good God or pretty God, but perfect God. You know.
Okay.
So here that can be. So we have Ma'a Meri. Now, what
And
is this Neb what? This is just a single stroke. So Neb what?
Debef?
Yes, Neb F, and F is a suffix pronoun.
hmm
So basically, it's like truly beloved master or something like that. Now, this is an abbreviation for Emir. It's not to be read Mer, but you got to be familiar with that. I cannot really tell what we have here, but once again, I would say that this Emir.
Is that
Uh,
how you, the Maat how you call it la plume?
uh,
Right here.
it looks like it, but there's another feather that looks similar. So it might be that, and this might be actually the same one that we've seen earlier, the
Because
Bovides
the
leg that stands for
shapes,
Uhem. So and here actually we have the feather on
the
top of
feather,
her
yeah.
head. So it might be
Because the
it might
shape
be
looks
Uhem
like the.
Ma'at, but I'm not sure to be honest about the meaning there.
Mhm.
You know, have you ever seen that word? Now here you have the stool and the loaf of bread, and this is a determinative. Have you ever seen that word?
No,
This
I
is
know
one
it's
word.
PT, but
Yes. So that's pet. Pet is one word
pet,
actually. You
pet.
know.
Okay.
So you will come
Or
across that word.
maybe
Yes.
pet.
Mhm.
Is that something to do with uh,
This is
sitting or
like
chair or? I can't remember. No, no,
no,
no.
it's not that.
I'm not
But
going there.
this you can think of it as a ceiling. You know,
Okay.
but it's just a clue really. But you will come across that word.
A ceiling, a plafond.
Yes,
Okay,
it's
ceiling.
not
Okay.
it's not really. I wouldn't say it's a ceiling, but you can think of it as a ceiling. It's just so you know the meaning. But you will come across that word.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the swallow l'hirondelle, which is a bilateral, and here it's just a phonetic complement. It's
No,
ur.
Ur.
You've never seen that
Okay.
word? Yeah.
No, no.
So ur is a word that appears quite regularly, and it actually has the same meaning of as are. Um, this is R, the bilateral R with the phonetic complement of the arm. They
Hmm.
both have the same meaning. Now, this is the word for office. Then we have the suffix pronoun.
What is this? A tree? Like I can't.
It's not really a tree. I don't even know how to describe it, but
A tree without leaf?
mm,
No,
it kind of looks like it actually.
you know that.
So I will have to double check. I don't think it is, but it kind of looks like it, to be honest. Now here we have again N Merut. Now this is Imi. Now, do you recognize that glyph here?
I think you said it earlier.
Yes, it's Ib,
Ib.
the heart. Now, if you look on the judgment scene,
Hmm.
the papyrus of Ani, for example,
Hmm.
you have the feather of Maat on one side, and you have the heart, and this is the shape of the heart. Well, at least in
Papyrus
the
of Ani,
hieroglyph.
is that what they call the Book of Death?
That's what they call the Book of the Dead, but there's many
Is
book
it
of.
one part? Is it one
It,
part of it?
well,
The
the thing is
papyrus.
that the thing is that what they call the Book of the Dead. Um, in Medu is Peret Emheru,
Hmm.
Book of coming forth into the day,
Yeah.
or Book of coming forth by day.
That's
Let's
why I
say
said that's what they
yes,
call it.
yes.
Yeah.
And the papyrus of Ani is probably the most famous because um, it might have been the only one that was found intact.
Hmm.
But it was found complete, and Birch decided to cut it, and that's why we talk about plates. But
Hmm.
it's probably the most famous one.
Yeah.
And they're not all exactly the same. But in the papyrus of Ani, that's where we have the 42 negative confession. And people have
Mm.
noticed that a lot of them look similar to the Ten Commandments. So that's why many times I state, okay, the Peret Emhenu of Ani, so that people know which one I'm talking about. But you have the one of
Mhm.
Nebked, you have the one of Nebseni, in the British Museum, they have quite a few actually.
Is there one?
Uh,
Which one is in the Louvre? No. Is there any?
in the Louvre, they have one. Which one is it again? Is it Nebked? I think they have the one of Nebked, but they have one that's very long. But when I took you there, I think maybe it was they were doing some works, but that's about
Yes, yes.
travaux.
Because at one
Yeah,
point you
yeah,
told me, we can go there because it was on
yeah.
a construction work,
Yes,
and
but there you have a very very long one. But they've been doing some work for a long time actually because I went there lately and they were still working on it. But if it won't last, sorry, it will not last forever. So
mhm.
you get a chance to see it. But yes, they do have like probably a couple in the Louvre Museum.
And the purpose
Uh,
of Adi, where is it in London?
it's in British Museum. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
a
But
British
I,
museum.
I I don't think they show the whole thing. I think they might show just like one plate or something like that.
Okay.
You know. But yeah. So where was I?
We were
Um,
on
oh yeah,
the
Ib.
the
So
Ib.
Ib, Neb F. Then you have uh, um, Gemenet, Genet. Sorry. Then we have Ta F. I think that's about it to a Meh, but I forgot. I think it's Meh.
Is that like a
MH.
lizard?
It looks like it, but it's not. It's actually what we call a gourd,
Good. Okay.
but they have another name in English. And then we have Ib again. Uh, Herteb, then this is the word for office again. Okay, now this is a boat but upside down.
Is what?
This is a boat but upside
A
down.
boat.
Yeah, like if I do that,
Uh,
and there it is. So that's a boat. But you have to. It's better when you see that glyph first,
mhm.
and then you can really tell. But this is actually a boat.
A boat. Okay.
Um, where were we? So we have the knife and the arms is like the knife is cut in the arm, so probably something negative. And the boat is upside down, so it's like, the boat like sinking or something like that.
This is
Uh,
a classic boat, not the class like a simple boat, not because you have the other one. I've seen it like le bateau sacré or something like that. Like
well, that's the one that
if you,
they will.
if you
I
get
mean,
what I'm saying,
you have the word "wea"
we.
for bark or sacred bark.
Yeah,
But
the secret bark. Yeah,
yeah,
that's the one.
exactly. But I think they only have one glyph for the boat.
Mhm.
So they might have different words, but as some in terms of actual glyph, I think they only have one.
Okay.
That glyph is funny to me because it reminds me of the pause button that we have
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know.
Is
So we
that a
have
place because of
probably because we have the newt
because
glyph, you know.
is that Nebet? Is that
Yes,
that?
Nebet, and then we have like most likely the name of a place, but I might have it in my vocabulary list, but
Mhm.
I'm not sure. Now here, do you recognize these two here? This one is the
Nef,
bilateral
nef.
hem, which means servant. So we have
Oh yeah, we
Hemnecher.
see it earlier. Yeah.
Yes,
Nefer.
Hemnecher.
Emnecher.
Hemnecher. You
Emnecher.
see, the,
Sorry.
the, the Necher is first, but out of respect is the honorific
Yeah.
inversion. So we don't read that Necher Hem, but we read that Hemnecher, which once again means servant of God. That's their word for priest. Now, this here you should be able to read. You have the
It has
determinative
something
at
with
the
the
end.
Maat.
It is Ma'at. This is
Okay.
Ma'a. This is Ma. Then the T. This is like a
Oh
phonetic
yeah, yeah.
complement.
Because earlier
So
you showed me the
yeah,
one at
that's
the
Ma'at.
top.
And this is the longest spelling that you can see of Ma'at. I don't think you will have any spelling which will have more
Mhm.
glyphs. You know,
Can
and
you
and
remind me? Is it Necher?
Hemnecher,
Hem Necher. Okay.
yes, and really, the arm should be before the loaf of bread. But you see the shape of the sickle, it would have been difficult for the arm to fit there. So that's why
Mhm.
the scribe wrote it like that. Um, then we have the word nesu again. We have first the sej, then we have the t and the n. Then we have that glyph again, which probably is meh and ib, m. And now this is bak. This is the ba bird, the ba which means soul.
Mhm.
Now we have the phonetic complement first, the b,
The B.
and then we have the basket with the handle. So that's the k. So
The
that
K.
gives us
Yeah, yeah.
bak. So with the bilateral ba, we have the word bak, which means servant.
Mhm.
We have two main words for servant. We have bak and we have hem. And this is by itself is a determinative for the noun sepat.
Mhm.
This has something to do with the south, but I forgot how it's pronounced. Now, once again, we have Hemnecher, and then what is the name that we have here?
Uh. Hold on.
You can just spell it phonetically.
MN.
And then
Men.
yes,
Mench.
and
Menchu.
then exactly Menchu. And
Menchu.
here, what is this here?
It lets you know that it is a god.
How do
But
we know
how
it's a
do you
god? How do we know it's a god?
because of the thick he has on his cheek? Is that the cheek you said? No,
Because of the
the cheek,
beard.
the beard. Yeah.
Yes.
Or
That that,
menton. Sorry, because I was the cheek
Yeah,
is
the
on the
chin,
top.
the chin,
The
yes, the
chin.
chin,
Yeah.
yes. Because of the beard, we know it's a deity, a
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's just a determinative. So the
Yeah,
name
the
indeed is
determinative. Yes, that was
exactly.
the
So
Lord.
the name is indeed Menchu, Menchu or
Menchu.
Montu, as we would say. And
Or some people say okay, Montu.
yeah, well, some people say Mentu, some people say Muntu.
Mhm.
And then we have the Neb, and this is the Was scepter.
Mhm.
Then we have the loaf of bread, so that gives us Waset, and we have the Newt.
Okay.
Do you know what Waset is? Which place it is?
Uh.
Waset is what the Greeks call Thebes. In
Okay.
French we say Theb.
Teb.
You know.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Menchu. Okay.
And I think, well, we read a lot here, but
Okay.
Imak mes
Per.
en senet Maat. Yeah. Okay. So, by the looks of his torso, it looks like he has a certain age because you see, it's like not really in
Mhm.
shape. So, it's probably of a certain age because usually they look like young and healthy, you know. So, if you look at the description, it is Hor, essentially of the king. So, Hor is probably
Okay.
hair, probably Horus or Heru during the reign of Senusret around 1900 BC.
But can you put back the picture before,
Of
please?
course,
And is that some offering
of course,
next
it
to him?
is. It
Okay.
is now. Well, those look like lotus flowers.
Mhm.
I don't know what this is. It's like a huge carrot. But here we have the ox's leg. Here we have the head of a bull or something like that. Here we
Cow.
have a, a duck or a goose, and those looks like fruits. I don't know if they are pears or
Mhm.
peaches or whatever. But yeah, this is offerings, and usually offering you have vegetables and a little bit of meat as well. So
Okay.
yeah, this stela. I mean, there's a top part here. Now here, her hem.
Um,
So in front of the majesty, hem stands for majesty as well as servant. Now here we have Nesud Biti, master of the two
oh, okay.
lands.
So hem and
Yeah, the hem that
it
we've seen for
depends.
Hemnecher,
Uh-huh.
it can mean servant, but it can also mean majesty, you know, basically the king.
By himself
Well, if you say
or
hem
with the
F,
name of.
if you say hem F, then it will be His Majesty. The king can describe himself as My Majesty, basically hem E, you know.
Mhm.
Godliness shows that.
Okay.
So, um, what is the name inside of the Shenu? Now, mind you, you have the
Ra
Ra.
is after. Yeah. Is
Yeah, that's the honorific inversion. So we don't
v-
read it first. Now, the next two glyphs, do you recognize them?
is that repair
Yes, and then
and ka is
good.
that
So how do you read that name?
repair ka ra.
Exactly. Well done.
Okay.
And here we have Nesud Biti,
Yes.
king of Upper and Lower Egypt. Then we have Neb. Oh, hold on. Is it the? I was zooming on the wrong area. Then we have Neb, and then we have these two lines. So how do you read the whole thing here?
Where? Can you show me again?
Here,
Uh
Neb,
huh.
and
Neb.
then you
Yeah.
have the two lines here. I mean, they're
Um.
not really lines, but
Neb Nebtau or Nebtu, something like that.
Neb Tawi.
Tawi. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes. So Tawi is the dual form of
Oh
Ta.
yes, because yeah, but I didn't get to. I know that it does exist, but I didn't get to it yet.
Mm. So how do you translate Neb Tawi?
Um.
What does Neb mean?
What's the word again?
Do you know or you forgot?
Yeah.
Neb means Lord or Master.
Lord of or
Lord or Master.
okay.
So Master of what?
Of
Tawi.
of
What
the
does Tawi
two
mean? Mhm.
of the two of the two land. No.
Yes, the two lands.
Two
That's what it
land.
is. Ta
Okay.
means
Yeah.
land, and Tawi, the two land, the
Yeah. I
dual
wasn't too
form.
sure. Okay.
Yes. And you know what we say, Tawi, the two lands, right? You know
Yeah.
what that denotes?
Oh. Haute Egypt, Basse Egypt.
Yes, Upper and Lower Egypt.
Up,
Exactly.
up, and Lower Egypt. Sorry, I say in it
Exactly.
French
No, no,
because.
I know it's okay. No problem.
Okay.
No problem. And now we have Ankh,
Okay.
and then we have the word that, I told you about earlier. I don't know if you remember, but you can read it phonetically.
Is that I can see. Oh, is that the snake? Is it
The, it's the
jet?
cobra, exactly, jet. And jet basically means forever.
Okay.
So it's like, living forever, Lord of the two lands, living forever, you know. And first we have
Okay.
We have the word for year, renepet, and maybe you've heard some people in France say renepet neferet when they celebrate the Kemetic New Year. And then we have some number, you know. So
Mhm.
basically, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's very funny because there's one glyph for 10, which looks like, you know, the thing you put at the bottom of the feet of the horses. But okay, no, this one, I think is just single stroke for hem, and then there's the n. So it's probably 9. So year 9, yes, year 9 of the. Oh, but actually, it says year 9. It doesn't say of, it says before, but when we translate it, it's good to say before, of the majesty, and then it says, you know, ruler of Upper and Lower Egypt, or king of Upper and Lower Egypt, and everything else that we read. So it's the year 9 of his reign, which is what we call the regnal year, because they used to count the
Mhm.
years from the reign of a king, or ultimately from some time of the inundation. But you know,
Mhm.
on stelas at least, you know, official stelas, stuff like that, you know, they will count from the rulership of a king. But all these things, you know, you will get to learn them. You know, you will get
Yeah.
to learn all those things, and get familiar with it. You know, yeah. Um,
Okay, so Tauti, that's what you said. Okay.
J-
No, no,
Tahuti, Tawi, you mean?
Tawi, sorry.
Yeah,
Tawi.
Tawi. Yeah, because Tahuti is really
It's
Jehuti.
something, yeah, Jauti is
Yeah,
something different.
Jehuti is what the Greeks called thought. You know.
Mhm.
Uh, Now here we have the word heb again, and amazingly we have the butcher's knife. I said butcher's knife. Um, the butcher's, what do you call it again? Butcher's tool, or the thing is, I think, so to sharpen a knife. But here it probably doesn't have any phonetic value, because heb means festival. Um, well, we have hemnetier here, but
Mm,
at the top we have the typical offering formula. You know, we have the hotep dinesu, we have inpu tep ju f, imi imiut, and then we have nebta jeser. But I will look for some. Oh, okay. Well, here, well, there's some other glyphs that will look better anyway. Some other big glyphs that will look better. Uh, so it's the same guy, Hor, Chancellor of the King. Now here we'll not be able to distinguish what it says. It's during the reign of the general Sehetep Ib. Okay, here probably we might recognize some glyphs there. So at the top, we have the typical offering formula, Hotep Dinesu. Then we have Inpu,
mhm.
Tep Ju F. Then we have D already F, Heneket,
Etiquette.
Peret Geru Te. Well, some people don't transliterate, don't read this and this, but this is loaf of, this is some bread. This is a recipient, so probably Heneket as well. This is like a piece of bread. We do have the mark of the pearl, but it's like basically some bread. Um, well, I don't know what that is. I don't know what
Um,
that is. But here we have Genet Imentiu. We have the determinative of a deity, because I can see the beard. We have the M. We have Peret. I don't know what that stands for. This looks like the mace, but we have the alphabet at the bottom. Then we have Ma'a. This is really seeing, something to do with the verb seeing. And then we have Neferu. So it's like seeing the
Neferu.
perfection. This is like the word like for role, or basically you have a deity like Wepwaut, but I think it might be an epithet of Inpu actually. Uh, well, Ma'ahiru at the end, but I will look for some other one. I will look for some other one. Oh well, okay, well, we'll look at some other one. So we have Meri, Hetepui, and Heti, who are chancellors. And what was the date? Between 1900 and 1898. So you see, brothers and sisters, this is like 3,800 years old. Actually, 1898. So if we round it up to 1900, this is 3,900 years old. And we have people's names, dates, and places. Now they did not specify a place, but this is during the reign of Sesostris, Sesostris or Senuseret. So it's easy to know from where he was ruling. But for all these patriarchs you tell us about, we have yet to see anything. Um, this glyph here, it doesn't show too well, but that's the word for Ha, which means 1,000. We have Hetepet. This will be an abbreviation for Jefau. We have Te, Cheneket, Ka, Aped. And then we have NK. Oh, it's funny because it looks like NKF. Maybe that's a name. Maybe that's a given name. We'll see what the description says. Then we have Hotep Dinesu. Now, do you remember that one? The eye in the throne?
Usir.
Yes. And then we have the determinative of the seated person with the beard.
Mm.
Now, here we have Netjer A, Neb, Abju, and then Peret Cheru, Ka Aped, and Imach, and Nechet. It looks like it's called Anki, like it's a given name. I don't think there's a beard, so it's like a someone that would be called Anki.
Okay.
Let's see what the description says. So, indeed, Stella of Nachet, or I read it Nechet, Ankti. You see?
This is the name you read earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Just there.
On the top.
Nechet, Ankti.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You see? So, and now we don't have only uniliterals, but see, brothers and sisters, that piece of wood stands for Nechet by itself. But even if you didn't have it here, you have the water wave, that's the N, you have the Ch, and you have the T. So that spells Nechet. Then you have, of course, the Ankh, but the Ankh is written with the two phonetic complements of the N and the Ch, and then finally the relief, which is the E sound. So, it's not too difficult, to be honest. It just takes practice, that's all. Well, you know what, brother? I think we've been live streaming for 2 hours, so I don't want to make it too long. But keep studying. You'll get there.
Yeah.
You get there, and actually take advantage, because now on a regular basis, I'm going to do live stream and going through those artifacts. So because when you learn only with the books, the good thing is that you have the DVD, so you can hear how they pronounce.
Yeah.
But most people don't have any way of hearing how it's pronounced, so it's a bit of a challenge, because not only about the pronunciation, because it's still a convention, but at least to have somebody to tell you, okay, yes, that's what it is. Somebody that can confirm with you. So
True.
it doesn't go out for you only, but any brothers and sisters who are learning the nTr, feel free to holler. You know what I'm saying, and have a discussion with us, because it is something achievable. It's not rocket science. You can definitely improve. You can definitely improve. I remember when I did not start the Medu. I just knew some words, and then it took some time. I did not really go too deep at first, because the first book I purchased wasn't really the greatest one. But you can get there. I mean, like I said, for those who want to take it further and just take the classes, in a few weeks you will learn what it took me a few years to learn. Definitely. So thank you very much, Blaya, for stopping by.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
doing this live.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Because I've learned a lot, like just
Well, that's
by,
good. Yeah,
So
thank you. It's good to hear. And brothers and sisters, feel free to holler. But all you who claim to be Kemetic, show some love, show some appreciation. Even if you don't make donations, at least be there, show up. I'm saying it's important. It does matter. It really does matter. So stay safe, stay healthy, and if I'm allowed to by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you. Hotep.
Hotep.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu Nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video Kemet and Maat before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Medu Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Medu Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had ever. So if you're interested in learning the Medu Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Medu Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Nature classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Nature class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Maat Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Maat. Don't forget to share Kemet and Maat on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/maatforever.